control, hit the number 4 on the numpad. That's the one bad thing, I guess, about X-Plane crashes is it doesn't save your camera views. But you think it would, but it doesn't. All right, control 8 for the overhead MCP. Control 5. MCP panel is that like ATM machine? Exactly. Only can work so many times before midnight. All right, zoom out. Go. Control 1. Pedestal view. Again, I do love the X-Plane camera system. I've said it 1,000 times on my stream. I just love how simple it is to get these views. It's just brilliant. If only we could replicate that in every other sim. This ability just to move around so easily with keyboard and mouse. This is lower overhead. And I'm going to do throttle quadrant again. And then I want to do an EFB view. Control 0. Okay. So again, we're going to go into pounds. 60 seconds there. Ground services. On gate doors. GPU is connected. Fueling. We're going to put again in 65,000 pounds. Start the fueling. It seems like our fueling was quicker the last time we did that, but maybe. Didn't it seem like it? It did. We're going to do 25% on the cargo. All clean shaved. You're the first person to mention that, Hat Trick Co. Yeah, I'm not rocking the facial hair today. Growing it back, of course. From time to time I do that. 5 gallons of coalition Wreckfest would 5 gallons of coalition Wreckfest would make for a great stream. Yeah, absolutely. I miss Wreckfest. In fact, I loaded it onto my new Xbox X. All right, deja vu thing up here again. So let's open the guard. Battery. Standby power to auto. External power on. External power on. Utilities can come on. That's fine. Let's see. Altitude work? Nope. That's funny how I could do that altitude. You saw that I could do the altitude once before, but device 0 enabled. Restart. Now Flyboy looks just like you, or you look like him. Yeah, absolutely. All right, this is I promise this is the last attempt to get this MCP going. And then I need some programming wizard to come up with a profile that's compatible. Works pretty well with Zebo and Flight Factor. And it worked well with the PMDG. It's rebooting still. There we go. Yeah, no go. I would think there were many, if any, data ref changes. Well, it did go from version 1.5 though to 3.2 with regard to the profile for this interface tool. So, to be honest with you, Aqua, I don't remember if I got this to work like a year ago when I was flying this plane. I may not have got this to work back then. Oh, the MCP just flashed at me. So yeah, it doesn't have a data refs text file. Oh well, we tried. We tried. Come back to it. All right, so that's in. Let's reconnect to VATSIM. All right, so now we'll come down here and let's go up to the overhead and let's cycle the IRS to nav. Click on FMC, position initialization, reference airport, Kilo, Lima, Alpha, X-ray. There's the GPS position. I probably should just do that one. Okay, the route today, KLAX to San Francisco. Flight number today is Global Sim Alliance 572. We can activate that, sure. Departure from LAX will be on open the Los Angeles International diagram, put on georeferencing. I think we'll go to 25 right. So next page, 25 right. And we're doing the summer to departure with the stoked transition. Execute. And the arrival SFO. We're going to do ILS 19 left. Doing the Surfer 4 arrival via Surfer. Execute that. Look at the legs page. We got Docker, Evos, McKee, Dark Summer. Everything looks good. We'll get rid of the discontinuity by clicking on Surfer and putting it into After Stoked. And we'll do cruise level 3. Oops. Uh-oh. X-plane held up there for a second. Cost index today is 55. I just need the 0 fuel weight, which is 500.9. $500.9. So 0 fuel weight, 500.9. How does this format? How does it want this format? Any ideas on the format? Longer's 1987. How you doing? 5. No, that's not gonna be it. Oh. If you just hit the gross weight CRG, okay, it should load in. Mini webs. I'm hitting the cruise CRG button or cruise CG button. It's not going in. Oh, top left key. Oh, thank you. There it is. 500.9. You're awesome. Thank you. Whew. I thought we were dead in the water. All right, flaps. Would I go flaps 5 or 10? Probably 10, huh? Okay, V1 123, VR 134, V2 153. I think that all looks handy dandy good. All right, let's come up here and do view start. No. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, I see United Airlines 19 something 76. I think it was out on the live traffic there flying by. All right, so APU. If we go to down here to the APU, we do see APU battery. APU EGT, all good. All right, so back to the overhead, and let's put on the APU gen. Oh, APU gens are already on, so that probably means that we could disconnect the external power, huh? Right? Oh, it did it automatically. So it did it automatically when I turned on the APU. It switched the APU gens and off of ground power. That is interesting. Okay. What's included in the new X-Plane update? I have no idea. I normally, I was saying this earlier in the stream, normally I will back up my previous version of X-Plane and then update, and that way I can always revert back to if I have issues. I haven't even looked at the change log to see what they update. Maybe someone has access to the change log. Maybe if you do a Google search for 11.5 x-plane space 11.55 change log, it may have a website out there with all the changes. Aqua says 123. Wow, that's slow. That this thing generates some serious lift, or are we basically empty? Well, we got very low, just cargo and a couple of people. I don't even think I loaded passengers, so we are pretty light. It's a test flight. Okay, so let's turn on pumps to auto. I'm going to turn on the nav light can come on. All right, we're going to get ready for pushback. So let's, we're on the APU. We should probably close the doors, but let's take a look at the outside here. Oh, look at that. We've got, and can someone do a Google search for United 842? And I want to know if United 842 is from VATSIM or is it from the real world right now? Did United Airlines UAL 842 just land at a United flight, just land in the real world at Los Angeles International? I think that's real world traffic right there. Ryan83B with the subscribe. Ryan83B, thank you for the subscribe. Nikita Net, how you doing? That's real world? Hey, so my live traffic is working. All right, so we need to close up all these doors because we probably shouldn't fly with that. So we'll go to ground services, close all doors, GPU disconnected, chocks removed.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Wait, that flight was from Sydney to LAX? Oh, it didn't look that big. Wow, you should not put a 747 into this alleyway. 747s should not go into this alleyway. This is not an alleyway for 747s.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Definitely overcast. You're doing well, Nikita? Good. Good. What'd you say, Longers? I better check my phone. Can I put the release notes link in here for you? Yeah, let me give you a permit. Aqua, can you give? Thank you. You read my mind. Thank you.
Ready to connect. Set
Hey, Tiber with the subscribe. There's the release notes for 11.55. Perfect. I need to bookmark those bad boys. Tiber, thank you, Tiber, for 27 months. I do appreciate that very much. That is 3 Twitch babies. This
Long time no see, Mr. Fly. Glad to have you back on my screen. Happy 4th to you, your family, and everyone in chat.
this URL not found. How you doing, sir? I really hope that I can find the time to get to have you in the verse at the same time as I. Thank you for 46 months, coming up on 4 years. And I'm glad to see you. Happy 4th to you. We were just saying that July 5th is National Bikini Day. So just keep that. It's also National Mechanical Pencil Day. Keep that in mind. Those two aren't related. You haven't been in SE for quite a while. I know. I was thinking I would like to fly with you sometime in the verse. But thanks again for the subscribe. All right. The parking is... Oh, we got another subscribe. We got Iowa Scotsman with the subscribe.
Good morning. 6th baby day.
54 months, 6 baby. We got 6 baby. That's a lot of tax deduction. Iowa Scotsman, this view through the glass of the 747-800 is sponsored by Iowa Scotsman. 6 Twitch babies. Yeah, we got to name all of them. The 6th one. I think we should name it, I don't know, APU. Oh. Subby sub, exactly. What yoke do you have? Bahamas. I have a...
SFO connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Right now I'm using the Thrustmaster Warthog HOTAS system. What's your name? V1 rotate. Exactly. And you have to say it like that. V1 rotate. Your middle name's Rotate? Yes. Iowa Scotsman is the best dressed man in golf. Absolutely. I kind of miss the golf. You know what? I will confess I did buy an Xbox X, and I am going to try Flight Sim on the Xbox X here in, I guess it releases in what, 3 weeks? A little over 3 weeks. Happy 4th of July, my friend, from Scotland, UK, to our friends across the pond. Thank you, Longers. Appreciate that. It's also Be Nice to New Jersey Week. We were discussing that earlier. It's Be Nice to New Jersey Week from July 4th to July 10th. So it's kind of cool. Okay, the gate's pulling away.
And you may start engines.
We're going to delay engine start. There we go. Kind of a cool view. As a Northeasterner, Being Nice and New Jersey don't happen in the same sentence. Well, Brad M was in here a bit ago, and he checked in from a New Jersey beach, just as we were talking about how it is Be Nice to New Jersey week, the whole entire week. Yeah, you have to be nice to Brad. Yep. It's kind of a cool view. Definitely would never push a 747 in this alleyway. So I'm definitely pushing the envelope here. New Jersey's version of Being Nice is murdering you while smiling. Yeah, we all got our image of New Jersey from HBO, didn't we? I must say, though, that having hung out with Brad M. in the real world on more than one occasion, in fact, just a month ago, he does not...
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
I would not guess that he was from New Jersey if I was hanging out with him and I didn't know where he lived. I would not guess New Jersey. Gosh.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Yeah, where would I put him? I'd put him more in like Ohio. All right, let's see if we can do some things called an engine start. I can't hear the New Jersey accent in his. I'm really good at detecting accents, and I can't hear the New Jersey accent with him. But you're more regional, so I trust your opinion. Disconnect. Go to hand signals.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
No, not getting engine start. All right, so we got. Should have the APU bleed on. Trim air. Hit the number 4. Oh, packs? I thought this thing was automatic. You don't want the packs on. They were off. I want them on or off. Or does it matter? Because I didn't think it mattered for this newer generation. Buses are on auto. Isn't that the way it should be? Buses on auto? Missing something else. Okay, we got APU gen. We got APU bleed on. Oh, Airbuses are auto. I think the newer generation of Boeings actually don't care what if you have packs on or off, but I could be wrong on this one. But they were off. I mean, they're off right there, right? So if we do... Let's just try to... And I don't think you have to wait for a certain percentage to kick those bad boys in. Oh, there we go. We got engine start on the... There we go. Now we're good. Interesting. Because I really didn't change anything because before, like I said, the packs were off. I thought the start switches light up when they go. I just figured out I need a new view. I'm going to do this as a new view. Control 9. While we're here, I'm going to go ahead and flaps 10. Did you see the new Turtle Beach throttle and yoke for the Xbox? Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And just so you know, I know someone who has one. Know someone who knows someone who knows someone. I'm excited about the Turtle Beach getting into the flight sim accessory market. You're still fuzzy on... Yeah, apparently I am too. Also fuzzy. Okay, I do have cross-feed config and fuel override 3 aft forward, 2 aft forward. So I'm thinking we do that. Cross-feed config. Okay, no, nothing on the ECAM. It does say park brake is set, packs are off. So we'll turn on packs. And auto brake needs to be set to RTO, which it is. And the APU is running. So we'll go ahead and I'm assuming because our power is auto. Yeah, the APUs are automatically disengaged. So we just go APU off. One thing I did not do is I should have done this. Beacon. All right, releasing the parking brake. Throttling forward. That's pretty. Overcast in LA must be that one day of the year, exactly. I'm really happy that the live traffic is actually working because they switched to a pay model for this live traffic plugin. Uh-oh. No. Yeah, before it burns off, right, Fast Joe? Come on, X-Plane, come back. Oh! Anyway, live traffic switched to a payware model, and I decided for whatever reason to not update to a version like a couple years ago. I kept a very old version that just works without the subscription, and I'm like, I'm just gonna keep this because it's working. And I'm kind of pleasantly surprised that it's still working to this day as sims get updated. So I do get, right now I'm, you'd think there'd be a little more traffic that I would see, but we did see that flight that came in from Sydney. 4th of July miracle. Exactly. The other bit of news on the John Fly front is we acquired some of you guys may have seen the video. We acquired, oh crap. We acquired a 3080 Ti. And Dogo says happy 4th of July to two of his favorite. We acquired a EVGA 3080 Ti for the win card. You guys tell me if I put some noise canceling in there. You tell me if I overpaid, but it was brand new in the box, sealed. Local guy. 1600. What do you think? It's crazy that we're even saying that that's potentially a good deal. But if you look at, the prices in general on the aftermarket, it's pretty crazy. I guess MSRP on that card is normally, I think it's $14.99. So, what do you think? Yeah, for aftermarket, that's what I think. And it's the card I've wanted all along. Yeah, Joe is. MSRP for the Founders Edition is, I think it's $1,200 for the Founders Edition, but this is an EVGA aftermarket card. Okay, now strobe lights on. I think we're good. The Founders Edition is $11.99, yeah. Which is crazy, but it is what it is. But yeah, so I got EVGA. Yeah, the guy who I bought it from is in the EVGA Elite program, I guess. And then they gave him 5% off of MSRP. And then he had another code that gave him another 5 or 10% off. And so he did not, he could have probably sold it locally for $2,000, to be honest. Because that card on eBay, I think, is going for over $2,000. So anyway, John Fly will be building a new system. It'll be based on an AMD Ryzen 9 5900X. Fish go blue. Fish go blue to 44 months. Scott, thank you for the subscribe. I don't know if do you want to let the cat out of the bag with your news? I don't want to out you if you're not. I guess you've been talking about it though in the Twitch stream. But congratulations on your recent news. This URL not found says, I'll trade you my Asus TUF 3080. The Asus TUF 3080 is a great card. It's the one I was targeting for a while. And I did this new X570 board that I got is a TUF X570 Plus motherboard with Wi-Fi. So I did go the TUF route with the MB. All right, let's see if we can engage LNAV, VNAV, auto throttle on. Should have had the flight director on earlier. Okay, I think we're good to go. I'm going to rotate this up to... I'll just let it follow the... I'm not online. There's no controllers online right now. I'm going to double check there's no controllers on. Yep, no controllers. All right. Headphone users beware. Putting the engine noise up loud. Here we go. That's not too loud. Toga. We got a subscribe. We got a subscribe.
Happy 4th, everyone. 07.
Twin City Jeff with the subscribe. Oh, we're way past V1. There we go. Woo! Gear up. Into the clouds. Command A. We kind of broke through the speed limit. We're supposed to be at 250. Auto throttle is not armed. Breakout. I thought I had armed the auto throttle there at the beginning of the runway. Yeah, I'm not rapper. Yep. You got it. Thank you, Twin City Jeff, for 17 months. I appreciate that. Imagine if I was on that since that. That would have been bad. It switched back off when you armed it. Oh, did it? Oh, I didn't even. I guess I didn't catch that. But yeah, the key is not to go over 250 knots below 10,000. Happy Independence Day subscribe, Fast Joe Testarossa.
Happy Independence Day subscribe.
Subscribe, 19 months, Fast Joe Testarossa. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Okay, flaps are good. We're at 250 knots. And climbing on the Summer 2 departure. We got, oh gosh, we got some gifted subs coming in hot. Holy snack lips. Twin City Jeff gifting 5. Riker F16, Joe KPHX, Faceless Man 22, Hat Trick Co, Me Vibe, all getting subscribes from Twin City Jeff. Very, very much appreciated. And as Joe has just said, thank you, Jeff. That's very kind of you. Welcome to the Snack Shack, all y'all. Bam. Speaking of 3080 Ti's, Jeff is the other 3080 Ti owner. I'd be building that system today if it weren't for the fact that I'm still in this debate mode of which case to go with. And I have a Corsair 4000D case in hand right now. I could build the 3080 Ti complete system today. But I'm on the fence as to whether or not to use the Corsair 4000D Airflow. It's called the Airflow. Or one of my favorite cases, which is the Leon Lee Landcool 2 Mesh RGB. Not that I care about the RGB, but the Leon Lee Landcool 2 I think is great because it's got the tempered glass that folds out on both sides. It's so good. But the fact that Twin City Jeff also has the 4000D Airflow version, oh, maybe I should just go ahead and pull that trigger. All right, I'll pull the trigger if you have the white version. Do you have the white version or the black version of the Airflow? Probably the black, huh? The 7000D, obviously they just announced. Dogo, I would like to get see a nice Gamers Nexus review of the 7000D. You have an old school Corsair 800D Obsidian. Been using it for over 10 years. If it works, you got black. Yeah, I ordered white. I still may do it. I still may do the 4. Yeah. Jay's 2 cents has one. Yes, he did a. I saw him do the announcement on the 7000D, but he didn't do the Gamer Nexus dive down. It was more of a, here, I'm going to open it up. Here's what you do, this, that, and the other. He didn't do a build with it. He just opened it up and talked about it, right? I want to see what Gamers Nexus says about the temperatures, etc. But yeah, it looked like a good case. It might be a little too big though for me. I don't know. It also might be double the price of a 4000D. I think I paid $85 for my 4000D Airflow. Used to be over 100, but no build yet. Yeah, it looks like a good case. All right, we're making the turn here. The SSG 747-800i is working flawlessly at this moment, except my MCP panel's not working, but that's a separate third-party issue. And those of you who tuned in late, we're going to be doing a little twist on the arrival into San Francisco. It will, most of the time, you land on 28 left or right. And we're going to not land on the 28s today. We're going to land on the 19s. So we're going to come in from Oakland and come across the bay from Oakland and land on 19 left. And we're going to do it regardless of the wind. So it should be interesting. You've got the Fractal Design Define R8. I have the Fractal Design R7 in an old build that's got apparently the CPU that I have in that Spaceman is a collector's edition CPU. It's called the i7-8086K. And the i7-8086K processor, it was limited. It was a limited release, and I didn't know it when I bought it from someone locally back in 2018. And I think it might sell for as much as I paid for it. But I do have the Fractal Design Define R7 for that one. 8086K, I tried to get my hands on that one, was never able to. Yeah, it was. When I went to go buy the complete system from the kid, he had really decked it out. He had a 1080 Ti, which back 2018 it was the go-to card. I don't know when the 2080 Ti came out, but he had the 1080 Ti card, the ROG Strix card in there. He got the 8086. He had SSD, Samsung SSD. He had AIO, an all-in-one cooler for the CPU. Really nice build. I paid $1,500 for the complete system. And looking back on it now, it's like that 1080 Ti card, I still use it, and I'm using it like right now in this other system. That was a great deal. Complete system, like 16 gigs of RAM, so I put in another 32. But yeah. Yes, that's a top bend 8 series chip. Yeah. I think I could sell it for probably $400 or $500. And then again, yeah, the 1080 Ti would sell for $600 plus today, yeah. Which I don't know why someone would pay $600 for a 1080 Ti, but that's what they're going for. All right, as you can see here on the Navigraph charts, we just departed Los Angeles. If it was not overcast, we would be looking down at Oxnard, Ventura, Santa Barbara, up the coast. So got a bit to go. By the way, I do need to issue some snacks to fish go blue because he won. He won the golf. I think it was the golf tournament. Holy cow! I didn't realize we got the hype hide. All right, snacks. Add. I gotta go to Discord and figure out. It was like he got like 7,000 or something like that, which will be really good for the giveaway. Yep, he won 7,000. All right, we're finally getting up to cruise. Cocktails are now being served at 9:12 a.m. So only one pilot error so far, so that's good. That was breaking the speed limit on that departure because the auto throttle had turned off unbeknownst. Uh-oh, we have a caution. Fuel tank. It says fuel tank / engine. I don't know what to do. It's got to be an override or a crossfeed or something. Nope, not a crossfeed. I don't know. Drev99, hello. Airports and planes are made for day drink. Yeah, Lady A, or formerly known as Lady Antebellum, should sing a song about flying and day drinking. Because they make a day drinking song. They might as well throw in flying. Anyone know what I should do for the fuel tank / engine air ECAM memo? Blah, blah, blah. Something is going on. And I can't recall if I've run into that one before. Let's go to VNAV. Top of descent is in 119 miles. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do on that. Does it want those center tank switches on? Let's try it. Well, I got stab as well as center on. It lights those up as on. I wonder if it means I'm like below my reserve maybe. I don't know. Let's see. SSG 747 fuel tank / ENG warning message. Override, I guess. The fuel tank message pops up to notify you that you need to configure the tanks such as tanks and fuel. Okay. That's for the PMDG. This is the SSG 747 800i. So, I'm taking off the override. The error message is still there on the override. All right, fuel tank engine, fuel tank slash ENG will happen when all tanks get down to being even at about 30. Knowing this, I have an ICAS up to confirm the message and tank levels. The override pumps are turned off, and then the lower ICAS fuel page is checked to verify that the individual tank pumps have taken over. The outer cross feeds are closed. The final configuration is verified on the lower ICAS fuel page. And okay, so in this case, he's saying override pumps are off, which they are, and the outer cross feeds are closed. Yep. Error message gone. Yep, that's the one right there. It's a beautiful big bird. One thing I need to do after I land is update my AirAC data to the latest and greatest. Yeah, you were almost right. Yeah, you were right there. Thrust master. I don't know if you guys also saw the news that X-Plane will be releasing an Airbus A330 as a default aircraft. I'm assuming that will be in the next version of X-Plane 12. I don't think they'll release it in this 11 series, but it'll be interesting to have a default Airbus for the first time in X-Plane. Kind of wish that they had teamed up with someone and just... I'll definitely try it. I mean, I just don't run to go try the default 747. But this SSG bad boy is brilliant. I just have to get it working with my MCP panel. You're still waiting for the MD-11. Yeah, it's been a while. I would have thought that had made its way at least into beta, and someone I knew was testing it. I did see that FlyJSim was accepting applicants for their Q400 beta. I don't know if that's an indication that they're going to beta soon or they're just getting prepared to do so. Yep, Xbox will have it in 3 weeks, right? Is it July 26th or 27th? I think it's July 26th, where I'll be trying Xbox Microsoft Flight Simulator. In fact, I think I'm going to stream it. Yeah, I do think I'm going to stream it. Hey Rav, long time no see. You and Gong are thoroughly enjoying X-Plane 11. Yeah, it's the place to be, right? When you want to fly LNAV, VNAV. Yes, I do have I just got last week I got an Xbox Series X. and they throw in, you get 3 months of the Game Pass or whatever that Xbox game, I think it's called Game Pass. They give you a couple hundred titles to play if you are on that monthly subscription. But anyway, if you buy an Xbox Series X and you sign up, they give you, I think it's 3 months for $1, something like that. And then after that, I think I'll be paying 14, 15 bucks, something like that. And yeah. So Rav, what plane are you and Gong flying lately? It's so good to see Gong. I was lurking the other day when he was back in the flight simming, because he's been doing the GTA thing for so long. I was like waiting for him to jump back on the flight sim scene. So what planes are you guys playing around with? How many gigabytes did you buy in Xbox? It comes with a 1 terabyte SSD drive, and I'm gonna add a external 1 terabyte drive. The Xbox X optimized games require you to buy the proprietary Seagate Xbox external drive. But if you use an external SSD of any maker model, you plug that in via USB 3, you can play most titles right now. They will run fine off of that external SSD, but there's games that are optimized to run off of these proprietary SSD drives. So, but I think Flight Sim will probably only be, I don't know, what, 200 gig maybe? Would you buy gears for flying? I will be using a yoke and a throttle, and I'm also going to plug in a keyboard. I don't know from the get-go how Microsoft Flight Simulator is going to treat a keyboard, but I do know it'll work. It'll work with the yoke and the throttle quadrant. So yeah, you've been ripping the Zibo 738 and 700 for SWA Virtual. He has the entire USA ortho in it. It looks great. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I was talking a bit ago about how I have all of the parts for this new PC build, and this new PC build, that's the one thing that I have to take into consideration is I have 18 terabytes of ortho. How do I get 18 terabytes of ortho onto that new system? Do I just take the drives from this existing system, or do I get new drives? And I love to run ortho off of an SSD. It's hard to get ortho to load quickly. You can't get it to load quickly on a spinning drive. But he has the Tolus and the Rotate MD80. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Rotate MD80. But I love the Tolus, and I love the flat factors. Yep, all good stuff. This is a plan that you guys should consider, too. I think this one is worthy of your consideration should you get the inkling to acquire something new. This is the SSG version 2.3. Brand new update as of a week and a half ago or so. Oh, what's our top of descent look like? 35 miles. I'm going to go ahead and plug in the bottom of Red Route 1. And we'll take a look at we're just over Paso Robles. There's a great vineyard down here, a great winery called David Bruce. Really good stuff. They have a Petite Syrah that is to die for. So we're going to fly over Monterey and then fly on down into over San Jose Mountain View. And then we're going to do the unusual deviation. Normally you turn west here and fly into 28 left or right into San Francisco. But we're going to fly over to the East Bay and then come in via Concord, via Oakland, Alameda, and land over the bay onto 19 left, which is just a little bit of a twist. They hardly ever land on the 19s, let's put it that way. As far as I know, I don't see very many landings on 1.9. So the stick you were using is not compatible with Xbox. I don't know if the Thrustmaster Warthog HOTAS system will work with Xbox, but if you this is the one I'll be using. Right here. The Velocity 1 Flight Universal Control System for Xbox Series X and S and Windows 10. So this bad boy, this is what I'll be using with the Xbox. Right there. $349.95, baby. Not available yet. You can sign up for pre-order notification. But it's got the Xbox controller right there on the front. And you got hat switches and lights and knobs and all kinds of fun stuff. So that's what I'll be using with the Xbox and Windows 10. Were you able to find a new video card? Yes. Yes, I have a 3080 Ti in my hands. There's a picture of me holding it on the Discord. Smiling. So it sounds like time for a new NAS. New NAS for the Xbox? Yeah, I wouldn't load games over NAS, or maybe you're talking about NAS for Ortho, right? I wouldn't load Ortho from NAS either, but yeah, I'm pretty excited about this build. It was 1600. 1600 Spaceman. Probably about 300 or 400 below what I thought it was going to be. So the scalper was pretty decent with his markup. I was thinking for Ortho, if it's hardwired, I wonder if it would be fast enough. I don't think so. I think a spinning drive would be faster than a NAS box. But I have enough spinning disks to handle all that, obviously, because that's what I have now. But I have most of the US on SSD, but then I think some parts of the US are on spinning disk, and then Europe, I think, is on spinning disk. Yeah, my scalper had a decent price and threw in overnight shipping. Yeah, I was fortunate that it was a local guy, and I got a little bit worried when I was driving to this random person's house that I'd never met before. But the fact that he took Venmo, I was like, okay, what's the worst that could happen here? It's not like I'm carrying cash and I'm gonna get robbed. So he was a nice guy. He was a part of the EVGA Elite program, and he got some discounts, and I bought it from a local guy that was advertising in a local classifieds. So I think for a 3080 Ti, I think I got a good price. Now, I will say, and some of you may have seen Jay's 2 cents video from yesterday, we could see some stabilizing happening with regard to GPU prices. By the way, I am in the descent. We just started our descent down to Chinatown. He thinks that GPU prices are going to lower, and that you're going to start to see inventory. And yeah, I think that would be a good thing. I wouldn't, maybe by the end of the year we're going to see some MSRP, and maybe we'll see some GPUs on the shelves at Best Buy or your local retailer. Maybe they'll be available online. We'll see. I think it's all related. I think, well, not all of it, but some of it is related to that Ethereum price. The Ethereum cryptocurrency price right now is about what, 2,300. I think if that creeps back up to 3,000, I think you're going to see the GPU prices stay high. But hopefully not. Hopefully the manufacturers can meet the demands. I mean, what's crazy right now is that rental car the rental car market right now. That's the crazy one. You need a better CPU. Yeah, I think that I'm going to be pretty happy with the 5900X Ryzen AMD CPU. I am going to be air cooling it with a Noctua NHD15S air cooler. That's what I'm running now in this system that I'm flying on currently. Is the 3900X processor with the air cooler. I think I'll stick with AMD for the. I do have a 10900K. I should probably sell the 10900K system to any Intel fan out there. Captain Zach J236 says, "Hi on X-Plane. I think I might accidentally press something on the developer's bar. Will that affect all my payware plugins and aircraft?" I don't know what you pressed something. I don't know what you did. Hopefully it's okay. Worst case scenario, you just, reinstall X-Plane. If you can't, I don't know what you mean by the developer's bar. I mean, there's the console. Developer bar. As long as you... Yeah, I mean, there's nothing in here that you can't undo, I don't think. The other stuff that came in. John R72, hello. He bought a 3090 in January from a site I had not heard about. Excellent customer service. That was impressed. Yeah, you got a good card there. Have you done any crypto mining with it? I got a 9900K and a 1070 Ti. I was planning on buying a new GPU, but that's not happening. Yeah, it's like I say, hopefully in the next 3, 4, 5 months that we get the prices to come down to earth. Phil White still uses a 7700K. That's a good processor. Yeah, Alder Lake. Will Alder Lake be the 10 nanometer or 7 nanometer? They're probably. I wonder if it'll be 7. All right, well, we're making our way down. This is going to be an interesting approach. With the update of this plane, they did increase some of the visuals. Some new PBR. Looks good. Alder Lake will be 7 nanometer. Okay. I do have ortho down here. I believe this is True Earth, Orbex, SoCal, or NorCal. So yeah, some pretty good visuals there. Those of you who did not tune in earlier, apparently July 5th will be Bikini Day. It also is Earth at Aphelion, which is the furthest from the sun. Independence Day observed. Of course, the banks are closed tomorrow in the U.S. It's Mechanical Pencil Day tomorrow. National Apple Turnover Day. National Graham Cracker Day. National Workaholics Day. And also, according to SpongeBob, it is Work Without Your Hands Day. It's Air Conditioning Appreciation Days, or July 3rd to August 15th. Be Nice to New Jersey Week, July 4th through 10th. Clean Beaches Week, July 1 through 7. There you go. National Unassisted Home Birth Week is right now. And Nude Recreation Weekend is right now. Who knew? I'm using, you have an AIO with a 9900K. I don't really like the look of the huge air coolers, but that's just me. I don't think they look all that great. I did go with the black Chromax one, so it's all black. It's not the brown Noctua. I do have the brown Noctua in another system. And yes, I don't think they're not the best looking. But the thing is I put my desk, I'm not one of those guys that puts the computer up on the table and wants to look at all of the fanciness inside. I put it under the table, out of the way. I don't care about whether it's RGB or not. Some of my systems have some RGB, but I don't ever look at it. I don't care. So I don't see the air cooler except when I'm building it. But I prefer the air cooler because I'm not I don't overclock per se. I've attempted it in the past. I've not needed it. Right now I'm getting 48 frames in X-Plane. That's just fine. My temperatures are fine. I don't know what they are at the moment, but I don't want to deal with liquid. I don't want to deal with water cooling, and I don't even want to deal with AIOs because there's a point at which they will leak or stop working at some point, the pump or whatever. There's a lifetime, whereas on an air cooler there is no lifetime. It's forever, assuming that the CPU manufacturers keep with the same socket formats. So there is a caveat there to the air coolers, is that they may not be forever if there's too much of a change with the CPU socket. But the current Noctua NHD15S works with both Intel and AMD. I like it. If I were going to buy a pre-built system, I'm not entirely opposed to having an AIO if I were to go that route, just because it's very difficult to get an air cooler in a pre-built system from, say, a CyberPower PC. I think the minimum is they want a single radiator on a AIO. So mine's on my desk and such. I get to look at it. Yeah, some people like to have it and look at it. One of my friends is the same way. He's like, I want to look at it. He also cares about noise. He wants low decibels with regard to noise from the cooler and CPU and fans and all that. Again, mine's under the desk. I don't even hear the fans right now with my headphones on. I don't care. But if it was up on the desk and I didn't have headphones on, yeah, the air cooler and all the fans that I have in the system, I'd hear that. All right, we're at 15,000 feet. Descending. I have a used Evo 212 cooler on my last 3 builds. Never had a heat issue, even with the current 9900K. There you go. Spaceman says, yeah, AIO pumps die after a few years. I'm not spending $100 for that to happen again. Some AIOs I've seen, some AIOs have lasted 5 years, but some not so much. Twin City Jeff says, every AIO I've had, the pump died. Have 4 of them sitting in the basement. Yeah. Not technically true. A lot of people have had an AIO run for up to 7 to 8 years. Yeah, I believe there are some AIOs that have run up to 7 to 8 years. Do they work as well as they do in your 6, 7, 8 as they did in 1, 2, 3? No, probably not, because I think you have some sort of change in your liquid. I don't keep PCs for more than 4 years, so that's right with the lifespan of AIOs. Yeah, there you go. All right, we're at 13,000 feet descending. Again, we're going to take off. We're coming out over San Jose and over Mountain View, over to the East Bay, over Hayward, and then make the turn at Concord. I'm going to overlay the chart here. Maybe we can turn in a little bit sooner. We need to be at Shake at 2,800. And we're supposed to be at Burke's. I'll shoot for Burke's at 5,000. So as soon as we get to 5,000, we can turn left. Well, that's almost to Concord anyway. Okay, that's fine. Drag required. We're at 10,800 feet. We got to get the speed limit down. We might be breaking this. Nope, the spoilers are working quite well. We're going to be right in the legal limit of 250 knots. Yep, perfect. Speed brake extended. Full eddy. I think I'll bring up it doesn't have Concord in there for some reason. It's weird. So we'll probably go on vectors after eddy. It's fine. When are you building your new PC? It's either, okay, so I was talking about this earlier, John. I'm going to either build, I have two cases to choose from, and one of the cases is here now. It's the Corsair 4000D Airflow. And then I have the Leon Lee Landcool 2 Mesh RGB coming on. It's supposed to arrive Wednesday. So it's like, do I build a system now this weekend? Do I wait till Wednesday to get the case that I really want? Anyway, we're building it sometime between now and Wednesday or Thursday morning. All right, we got a caution. I'm going to bring the speed brake in. Let me catch up a little bit more here too. For air coolers, I've only really trust the Noctua. Yeah, the deep cools are apparently okay, but I love the Noctua. And if I were to get an AIO, I would definitely go with one of those cool NZXT ones that tell you the temperature right on the water block that goes on the CPU. Is it the Kraken Z series? Having a case rated well for cooling makes a difference too. I have the Leon Lee Mesh 2 case. Yay! And airflow is stupid good anyway, so it keeps everything pretty darn cool. Yeah, see, I'm glad you mentioned that Leon Lee Mesh 2. That's the case I'm debating on waiting for. Spaceman says, if I did water cooling, I would do a custom loop. You get much more temperature reduction over air coolers if you do yeah. And again, custom loops, fun. Knock yourself out. I just see so much pain a couple years in with leaking, evaporation, crud being built up, pumps stop working. It's not my cup of tea. Set it and forget it is what I want with my cooling. You're planning on building a new PC also, Thrustmaster. There you go. You love the Leon Lee case. I might reuse it when I do the Alder Lake build. I love how the Leon Lee Landcool 2 and the mesh is even better. I have the regular Landcool 2. I love those both sides being tempered glass, and you can open them up just so nicely. And even if I remember correctly, the power supply shroud folds down the door there. It's just they've thought of simple things, and it's not that expensive relatively. A custom loop also takes time to build and a lot more money. I think you would do a custom loop or custom water cooling just because you enjoy the process of bending metal or bending tubes, heating this, that, and the other, using the valves. I think that can be an aspect of the PC hobby that you actually have to enjoy that process. And of course, some of them look fantastic. That's just not for me. You love the mesh, nice access, great airflow. Yeah. All right, let's go on heading. So we'll go heading select. I'm going to go heading 344. Actually, I'm going to go heading 350. And I'm going to descend down to 5,000. Okay, 5,000. And I think I'll do a VS. Yeah. And I'm going to use a speed brake just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to go heading 000. I'm going to come down here and verify that we have NavRad. We've got an ILS frequency of 108.9, course 194. Perfect. I think our X-plane just locked up. If you're going to do any overclocking, you probably shouldn't air cool. Please, X-plane, come back. Yes. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I don't know if it's the VATSIM client or if it's a weather load or if it's... It might be that old live traffic that I'm running. I don't know. With a pump failure, you'd probably just notice it in your CPU temperature. So if you were running a CPU monitor, you would... Yeah. You had an Xpilot message pop up after it came back. I saw that, so I turned off Xpilot. There weren't any controllers around anyway. All right, we're at 7,000 feet, 230 knots. I'm going to go ahead and lower my speed to 220 using the auto throttle. Might as well do a giveaway. We'll do a X-Plane org store gift certificate giveaway. Okay, we're opening the raffle. A giveaway for an X-Plane Org Store gift card has started. Everyone can join. Entry cost is either 1 to 4,444. Type in exclamation raffle space and then the number of raffle tickets that you would like to purchase. For example, this URL not found. Just put raffle exclamation raffle space 100. He bought 100 raffle tickets. Oh, hold on. I got to reset something. Because there's people in from the last one. So, hold on. Let me go to let me give you your snacks back, Joe, and you got to do it again. Exclamation snacks, add this URL not found 100. Okay. For some odd reason, it didn't take yours. I reopened it just now. So Twin City Jeff and this URL not found. Do the raffle again. Please. Both of you, Jeff and Joe. There we go. Dan in Vermont's the first one in. So I need another. Yeah, there you go. Raffle 123. Twin City Jeff back in. All right. Cool. That's working. So after we park at the gate, we'll draw that winner. Okay, we are at 5,000. So I'm gonna put in 2,800 in the altitude, vertical speed 500, and I'm gonna say we're gonna turn left to. See what that does. Slow down to 180 knots. Put in a notch of flaps. Heading 230 to Berks. Speed brakes up and armed. Another notch of flaps. Let's set in the approach. Flaps 30, 139. And let's also put on the VOR localizer intercept. Okay, we got these magenta diamonds here, notating localizer. Localizer is off to our right, and we're a little bit high. I get high with a little bit of help from my SSG. I get by with a little help from my SSG. The Flight Sim soundtrack from John Fly Country Fly Singer is coming soon. We should be intercepting it rather soon, so you can see the movement happening there. There we go. There is loc capture. Yeehaw! Again, we're supposed to be at Shake at 2,800. We're at 3,500. Again, this is a very non-standard approach into San Francisco. The winds are relatively, well, they're not too bad. They're 7, almost 8 knots at this altitude on a heading of 226. And that's why you normally would land 2.8 right now. But I'm just being on the wild side. Land on the ones at SFO for a wild ride. I've done the circle to land on the ones before. Or no. Did I do a circle to land 1.9? That's the common circle to land, I think. The ones would be a crazy ride. As well as the 10s. The 10s would be fun coming over the city, over the Golden Gate Bridge and land on the 10s. Predictions are coming in. Again, we're doing a giveaway, Org Store gift card. Type in exclamation raffle space and the number of raffle tickets you'd like to buy. You can buy as many up to 4,444, or you can buy one, depending on your snack balance. Rumor is that snacks will have a cryptocurrency correlation soon. I just don't know which cryptocurrency to correlate them to, nor how to do any sort of legal conversion, but it's all rumors. All right, we're at 2,600. We'll go ahead and, which is weird. Okay, so we're 100 feet below. That's fine. We'll intercept above. As soon as we get to shake, I'm going to attempt to engage the approach mode. Snack coin, exactly. You generate the cryptocurrency as you fly. I could probably engage the approach mode now, but I'm going to wait for that needle. Oh, there's the needle starting to move right there. Okay. I can't engage multiple commands. That's interesting. All right, let's see if it captures. Yep, there it goes. It has captured. So we're gonna. There we can see we're breaking out. We're breaking out. Let's lower our speed to 170. Let's get a bit more flappers in the situation. Oh, that's awesome coming out over the bay. There's Oakland down that way. There's Alameda, the old Naval Air Station. We got some stuff coming off the wings. Oh, this is a beautiful way to approach into SFO. All right, let's put in speed brakes. Yep, speed brakes are extended. What is our flaps right now? 20? So just one more notch. Oh, we have all three command L, C, and R, left, center, right, all enabled. .160 speed set. I forgot to set this, so we'll do auto brake set. 1,000 feet. Landing. Chat is very helpful. That would have been entertaining, actually. You should have let that go. Okay, speed brakes armed. We're on profile. I may have remembered, but maybe not. Foam the runway.
500. 400.
Yeah.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Long landing.
10.
Rotate.
Rotate.
V1.
Rotate V1. That was definitely a root beer float. All right, we're cleaning up the aircraft. Supposed to hold short. Towers told us to cross 19 right. What was it? 299 on that floater? I think it was 299. Spoilers retract. Spoilers disarm. No, not working. Speed brake disarm.
Spoilers already up.
Spoilers down.
Spoilers down.
There we go. Twin City Jeff got it with 301. Nice. Congratulations, Twin City Jeff. And because you are who you are, you can either have an X-Plane Org gift certificate, or you can have a Star Citizen gift certificate. Either one. Or you can get snacks. The giveaway is happening as soon as I park. And again, I don't think you normally would park a 747 in this alleyway, but we're living on the edge. You would definitely not park here. But hey. That would be a tight fit getting out of there. All right, 30 seconds to get in on the giveaway. 30 seconds, and then we'll do this drawing. Again, if Twin City Jeff wins, he can choose. In fact, anyone can choose either X-Plane Org gift certificate or a Star Citizen gift card. Super Chicken, great to see you flying. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be flying today. You can park wherever you want to because you're something that big. That's a good. I like that philosophy. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Happy 4th of July to Ashman Media. Thank you. Thanks for joining. let the ortho load in, and let's do the replay. Okay, the giveaway is now closed. Let's draw the winner. Have to be present to win. This again was a long landing. It was super long. Spaceman with the claim. So Discord message me with either a gift card from the X-Plane Org Store or Star Citizen, Robert Space Industries. Congratulations. Totally rigged. Yeah, I don't know why it brought me in so high on the ILS, but then again, I flared a little too soon. Definitely outside of the touchdown zone. All right, let's turn up the sound. Here we go. That's a great view right there. This URL, hey, thanks, Joe. Have a great 4th to you. See you later. Thanks for joining. Definitely too early of a flare. Went a little bit on the left-hand side. Tower's like, we got a big boy coming in from Oakland. Pretty good landing. I mean, long, but smooth. We didn't die. Yeah, yeah, not quite clean. I got a little 2 o'clock shadow. But no, yeah, we're growing it back. All right. Oh, X-Plane just stopped. It's in that little... it looks like it is that live traffic plugin that's causing my system to halt right here. Because it just, in the upper right-hand corner, it says time move nonlinear jumped by 91.4 seconds will reinitialize aircraft. So it's reinitializing the AI aircraft. So it is that plugin. And that plugin didn't give us any traffic around here, so it's probably not worthwhile running it. It will resume, but... As far as I know, the latest versions of live traffic are still freeware. Yeah, but I think that there's a subscription in order to get the feed. I think. Maybe not. Okay. All right. Well, the only thing that... Like I say, the only thing that I want to work on is... Oh, snack. I think that's an instant replay bug. Goatee or not, handsome guy. I appreciate that, Scotty Bob. My plane just took off by itself. And it's now going vertical, Mav. I mean, seriously, I have no throttle in. I did not do that at all. It just decided to go vertical, Mav. We'll see what it does here, but that escalated quickly. Yeah. Well, I didn't, like I say, the throttle is off on my end. It just. All right, fine. I'll rescue it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to land, but the gear are already down, so. Could be right, Dan. I just need to get through the cloud so I can see the airport. It's funny how it just took off after I exited the replay. It just went. I'm gonna land on the right side this time.
500. 400.
Bank angle.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. Minimum 30. 20. 10.
That was a hard landing. But it was in the touchdown zone. The shocks, yeah. Tower wants to talk to me. Oop. Anyway, that's how you like I say, the only thing I want to really work on, and I won't do this on stream, but I want to get that GoFlight interface tool working. Definitely has a number for you to call. Yep. There's some authorities coming into the picture. I probably can somehow build a profile for this plane. Actually. All right. Hey Jeff, are you in the verse? I was thinking about doing a box delivery or 2 or 3. Yeah, no altitude. No altitude control on my MCP, so I've got to figure out that. Let's see if we can crash. I'm just gonna do one last thing, I promise. Downloads. Right there, MCP import. You can be. Yeah, you want to come chitty chat? I'm just gonna probably jump in my Origin 325 and just do a box delivery and not die. Three boxes, I guess. One of these days I need to learn how to fight in some of my fighters. Yeah, I think X-Plane's gonna crash right here. It's restarting. This is where I think it's gonna go. Oh, did it actually work? It says complete. Oh, heading's working now. Look at that. Altitude. Altitude is not working. Speed's working. This is so bizarre. Like, speed's working. Auto throttle's working. Flight director working. But for whatever reason, so vertical speed's even working. So but really the headings are nice for ATC. The headings are nice, but that altitude was working. That altitude was the first thing working. Oh wow! If I push the altitude button, it chimes the flight attendants and the crew. That's funny. Well, partial working. Gauge works. Command A doesn't work, and it probably wouldn't unless we're on the ground. But well, there you go. So the altitude is the only thing that's not working. Well, that's a start. I mean, I could just reach over here and manually do this, right? I should just try to find out where that input is. Nothing in these. Well, that's one thing. Okay, exiting out. Going to the verse. So if you are here for the flight sim and you're going to check out because we're going over to space, thanks for joining me on this fine Sunday. We'll see you very soon. And hope you have a great 4th of July. If you want to stick around, awesome. The new name of this stream is 77th attempt to complete box delivery.